Hey guys, all right, so this is part 2 of the dash cam install. In this part of the video, we're going to focus on how to install the rear camera that's going to be mounted on the rear hatch part of the car. I'm doing the install on a 2025 Civic Type R, but you can do this on other vehicles as well. And if you haven't seen my first video, I'll have the link up on one of the sides here for the part 1 of this video that shows you how to install the front dash cam, and I also show you how to hardwire the cam so that way if the car is off, the camera turns on. If there's any motion or if somebody hits your car while it's parked, the camera will turn on and it's going to record that footage. So but today, yeah, we're gonna just go over the rear dash cam install. I'll show you how I'm gonna run the wire and also where I'm going to mount the camera and the supplies needed. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Let's get to it. Alright guys, so now that the front cam is installed and it works, I plugged in the USB cable into the rear cam and made sure that that works as well. So now I just need to run this wire to the back of the car so we can install that rear camera. There we go. So it comes right off. All right, so I just ran the rear wire through here. It was pretty easy, just tucked it under the headboard. So I'm gonna keep running it, and we're gonna run it through over here. Well, actually behind the A-pillar, behind the airbag, and then we're gonna run it down. I ran it behind the airbag, as you can see here. So I'm gonna pop this piece back on, and now you can see this wire. I just hit it under and behind these panels. So now it's just gonna run it alongside here and to the back. Off right here, and you can see here, it was just held in there by a couple clips. So next, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this weather stripping off here, right? And then we're gonna see about running a wire up through here and to the back of the hatch. We're just gonna make sure that we're not blocking the airbag here. So we'll start there. Piece here just popped off, so you can see the airbags here. So we're gonna run it above the airbag and then just along the headliner here towards the back. In the trunk area here, you'll see there's a little piece here that comes out, and there's a screw that's hiding behind there. So you just take that screw out, and then this whole back panel should be able to get loosened up so you can run a wire through there. So I tried running the wire here to this spot here, but unfortunately this panel, I couldn't figure out how to get it off, and I couldn't snake it through. So I'm just gonna run it here, and I'm running it here, you can see here partially. So, and then I'm just gonna run it along this line, zip tie it to this wire, and then I'm just gonna run it up to the top here, and then I'll just mount the camera up here. So it's still gonna look pretty clean. Not as clean as I wanted it to be, but at least it's just gonna be mounted here, attached to the existing wiring here. So. All right, so now we're gonna mount this back plate back on, and I'm gonna see where I need to drill a little hole so I can run the wire through it. So I'll show you how I do that. That way the install looks nice and clean. All right, so this is my rear hatch panel, the plastic piece that goes on the hatch, and so I'm gonna run a wire out of this area here. I'm just gonna cut a hole here, or drill a small hole here, so I can run the wire through here. I was gonna do it in the center, but then I realized that there's a little clip here on the side. So I'll show you the bottom. So so I didn't want it to be right next to this clip, so I'm just gonna go off to the side, and plus the camera is kind of on this side of the window. So I'll just go ahead and make a hole here, and then have it run through this area. All right, and I'm just gonna use a drill here. And you can see how the wire is gonna fit just right. Could have almost been a little bit smaller, but I also don't want it to be pressing on it or chafing it. So next, what I'm gonna do is I got some of this 180 grit sandpaper. So I'll take some here and just wrap it around the screwdriver, and then we'll make sure that the edges here aren't as sharp for the wire. Let me just rip some of this off. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and reinstall the rear hatch panel, and we're gonna make sure the wire actually goes through here. So that way it's not pinched. So let's go ahead and do that. And this is how the camera looks from the side. So feel free to adjust it up and down. There's quite a bit of angles and movement you could do. You just can't, once it's mounted, you can't move it side to side. So make sure it's pointed in the right direction. But as far as the camera itself, you can actually adjust it up and down, and then just check your camera. And yeah, that's I'm all done. Pretty happy with the results. All right, you guys, so this is it. We got the rear cam installed, the front cam is installed as well. So, you know, the install wasn't too bad. I just had to figure out how to run the wiring through the rear hatch. So I hope you find this video helpful, and hopefully it saved you some time. Also, I'm gonna have a separate video coming up reviewing the camera, so I could show you the quality and some of the features and functions and how I like this camera overall. And as always, you know, if you want to support the channel, I'll have some links down below for some of the supplies that I used and the camera itself. So no cost to you. If you feel like helping out the channel, I'd appreciate it. Anyway, if you're not subscribed yet, also hit like and subscribe. We got more videos coming up, but I appreciate you guys watching. Have a good one.